Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Tais at Sunset. I'm Tai.
Aloha, I'm Mai. Happy Aloha Friday. Happy weekend. I set the intention that we are going to share a lot of laughs, have a lot of fun, and share healing.
Yes, definitely need a lot of healing right now. The world is crazy. I can't even turn on the news without being like, what is happening across the pond? But today we're going to actually talk about a few things. Actually, it's pretty action-packed / exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and start off that I just got the brand new Apple Watch Ultra. So this is the special edition Ultra watch that they came out with for athletes. So you open it up and the first thing you see is the crazy ocean with the little like pad.
Like a brochure.
It tells you everything about the Apple Watch Ultra. But the reason why I got this is, one, my watch sucks for battery life because I use it quite a bit when I'm working out. Now I swim for about an hour a day.
Yeah.
And the battery doesn't last very long.
And I did see the commercial with people swimming.
Yeah, they're diving. So this one actually is meant for divers, swimmers. Like when we were paddling across the channel, like this would have been good because it would have lasted as long as a Garmin's.
Yes, I love my Garmin. It would show me the craziest things when we would go paddling, and the elevation, which was unusual, based on the depth of, where you were on the ocean and how deep it was. The Garmin would actually show like your elevation from the ocean, which I thought was really crazy.
This one is Apple Watch Ultra 49mm titanium midnight ocean band watch. So it is 4 millimeters bigger than the 7 and 5 millimeters bigger than the 6 and its predecessors.
Is there a men's and a women's?
There's not a men's and a women's.
It's only one size?
There's just one size for this particular model. Okay. And I gotta say, it is a chonker. It is not a thin watch. Oh my goodness. Comparison. It's very nice. It has no bezel, which is the space around the glass. And it's heavy.
But without the bezel, you have like less protection from the edges, right?
I know, yeah. So I want to put a case on it, but it's so big already. Like
it is.
It'll be like a 50mm watch.
The wristband. Maybe the wristband will give it some protection.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. But see, mine's in a case right now.
Yeah.
But if I were to pop it out, which I can.
It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit the same
size.
It
won't fit this one. But I want to show you the size difference.
Oh, the other one's so tiny.
So tiny compared. And look how thick. Okay, so this one.
Yeah.
And then you look at this.
Well, if we want more battery life and more functionality, they're going to have to make it bigger.
Yeah. You got to have a bigger,
fit
absolutely.
all that stuff in. Now, does this, is this the one that's cellular so that you can be away from your phone?
I believe it is. It does not require a SIM card, but it might require its own line. Actually, I am not 100% sure. Okay. I didn't buy it for that capability because sometimes I like to be disconnected from my phone.
From the world,
especially doing water sports. But I
thought this is the one that they show the commercial with the person who's like out paddling in the ocean. Obviously, they don't have their phone, and they just have their watch, and they call for a rescue, and then the rescue saves their life.
Okay, so that yes, it might have the capability. Maybe they just stopped making 2 versions of it and just did one. But yes, this is that version where they're calling for help. Let me try to get this stuff. See, they want you to get it out of the package without.
See, that would have helped when you guys were like stuck out there. Like, remember Amy told her story a few episodes back, how they were stuck way out and she had to swim to shore to go get help.
So I'm going to tell you that the band is heavy itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm having a hard time putting this together. Anyway.
Well, it's nice that it came with a band. So many of these devices nowadays, you got to buy everything a la carte.
It's just so dumb. As soon as they come out with a new charger, I'm out. Hopefully it doesn't have a new charger. I don't even think it came with a charger.
I bought a one of those MagSafe chargers.
Oh, it does. Okay.
And it charges everything I put on it. So I kind of like that thing.
I wish I'd gotten the wireless charging.
Yeah, I wish I had gotten the
cool.
magnetic charging pad versus the little round one that just kind of sticks to the back of my phone.
I can barely get this watch band in. That was really tough. And the bezel is sharp. I'm like, I just got my hand. That was stupid. Okay, well, I'm going to put it on my arm and see how it feels. All right, the band is super comfy. It feels like a cloud pillow. Apparently, I'm missing this little strap that was supposed to go on it. I don't even know how to do this. Anyway, all right. So the watch is on. I figured out the stupid band. Like this thing is a no-go for me. This little piece of metal.
Yeah, it's supposed to hold this thing down.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit.
For your band.
It doesn't even fit.
What? I'm sure that they designed it to fit.
This is stupid. I am not happy with this part. Okay.
You just need time to figure it out.
Not okay, Apple. Not okay. All right.
They want you to pay for the different strap. That's why they give you a terrible one.
It doesn't even fit. Okay. It feels very heavy and very tight. That's as far as I'm going to get it with that. Apple, you made your packaging, I understand, recyclable and everything, but it's really hard to get this items out. I really don't like the design of this. Yeah.
Well, you just got to get used to it. It's new. Yes, it's heavier.
Yes.
Okay, you ready to move on, or you want to give final thoughts?
Final thoughts. It ain't bad, but
the
it ain't
investment,
great.
You're going to have to give us an update. You're going to have to go do all the exercise things that it says you can do. You're going to have to call for help from a far distance away from your phone, see if it works. Well, not call for help. Call someone that you know.
Yeah, well, they offer a free 30-minute session with an Apple specialist once you open your watch to help you get it set up.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
maybe that's something I'm gonna have to invest in. All right, I'm done. Apple Watch Ultra, you are confusing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that. Well, you have to give us an update later to see how it all works out. And after your thing, I see it's on setup mode.
It sure is.
We don't have time for that right now.
Okay, moving on. Let's go.
Okay, so I sent you the link to the Aloha festivals. I sent you a clip from the news that I am going to air with our video version of our podcast of the Floral Parade. Absolutely beautiful. We haven't had it for a couple of years because of the COVID, but I don't know if Aloha Festivals always has it in September or if that's just when they had it this year, but it's a month long of activities. There's a ho'olalea and a lot of cultural events, and it concludes with Aloha Festivals Parade. So absolutely worth coming to Hawaii during the Aloha Festivals month.
Okay.
Have you gone to any of those events when you lived here?
I did. I love flowers, so I feel like I 100% did that.
I know I've been to the ho'olalea a few times. I think I think our halau even participated at one point in it. I think that's also when they have the Waikiki Charity Walk is during Aloha Festivals. Because I remember just getting a email about that recently. I didn't get to participate this year. I was too busy. But the Waikiki hotels put on the visitors walk, and it's the most fun. I think it's a 5K. And it's a lot of fun because you make stops at all the hotels, and each hotel gives you something cool. I remember one stop was Shave Ice, and another one, they have lots of food and drinks and beverages the whole way. So it's more of a party walk. 5K. And then they feed you at the end and you get a t-shirt, and really fun to participate in that.
What do they end up feeding you in the end?
I remember, I think it was spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
With a piece of bread. Yeah, I don't think it was anything fancy, but I do remember they gave you so much other things on that you could stop and you get your passport. They had it, you'd stamp your card so that you showed that you made all the stops, and you got to turn in your card to get your t-shirt and your lunch voucher. It's been a few years since I've done it, so they might have changed some things. So hopefully maybe they've improved their finished cow lunch. But anyway, I love seeing the Pa'u riders and the Hawaii parades.
I like Hawaii and all the fun parades that they have down in Waikiki and along where the capital is and stuff like that. Very nice.
And I love all the hula dancers on all the floats.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that whole concept of what hula dancers really are doing, and I am they're not just dancing, they're actually telling a story, and everybody's really? I never knew that they were telling a story.
Music has words and lyrics that are telling a story, and the hula dancers perform the story. The Hawaiians passed down all of their history through, it was all oral history. And a lot of that was music and dances that passed down that history too.
That's cool.
Okay, so you just went on a trip.
I did go on a trip, and I went to Philadelphia, and I had a really great time, but I will say I ate zero food that was good for me, except for a Chinese meal that
What
I
is
had.
the famous stuff that you're supposed to eat when you go to Philadelphia? Did you do that?
Philly cheesesteak is like the classic staple. My mom also mentioned that there are some types of pretzels that you should eat. They're not like your Auntie Annie's pretzels. They're like super special. I don't know, fresh made, whatever. And she says it has to do with the water up there. So like the Philly cheesesteak's like a real good one. The bread is the way the bread is, and it's unique because of the water.
They say the same thing about bagels and New York. It's about the water.
I guess, but I am just very much like, okay, well, whatever. So I had 3 different cheesesteak sandwiches at 3 different locations. And for some reason, I always found myself back at the Terminal Reading Market or the Reading Terminal Market. Reading. It used to be a train station, and they changed it into a marketplace. So I have some video of the meats and the deli. They're very famous for meats. Actually, most of the butchers there are Amish.
Okay.
And they own most of the delis. So I had like a corned beef pastrami sandwich. Excellent. I bought some super expensive Spanish ham. It was from Spain that was imported. I just wanted to try it. It was like a charcuterie board. The interesting thing about this was I opened the package. It was just a little flat cardboard, and it had like slices of meat. As soon as I opened it, they all started melting.
Oh.
Because they were so tender and like full of fat. So I hurried up and ate that. I had a Korean hot dog, corn dog, that I also uploaded a video of. It wasn't good.
What? Wait, what was it? What was the outside?
The
was
outside
it the French fry one?
Panko. It was panko breadcrumbs with mustard, ketchup, and sugar.
Okay, so the Korean street food, if you've ever watched some of those videos, they kind of sprinkle sugar on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's sugar in our ketchup, right? So they're trying to go for that sweet, savory balance, but it gets a little weird when they're just like sprinkling sugar on everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was like, I don't really know what the sugar is all about, but we'll go with it. So we tried a bunch of different foods. Now, inside the Korean corn dog was actually full mozzarella.
So it was hot dog cheese, and then it was panko fried, deep fried in panko. Now the Koreans, if I watch a lot of the Korean street food, there is one that they call the ugly dog, where they stick French fries on the outside too, and then they deep fry it. So then it's like bulky. So it's got your hot dog in the middle.
It's just, it's too much, stop. It was not healthy whatsoever. So I will tell you that.
But you were probably doing a lot of walking, right? That's like street food.
A lot of walking. No, we were doing a lot of walking, and I felt like it was okay. Plus, people were egging me on and being like, you're on vacation. I was like, also, my clothes need to fit while on vacation, but that's fine.
So Philadelphia is one of our oldest cities. So they would have a lot of historical buildings, art, all kinds of things from the time of, I want to say, founding fathers. And they would have been doing important things in that city. Did you go and see any of that stuff?
So I got to see Ben Franklin's grave. I saw the Liberty Bell. Independence Hall. Some of the video I uploaded was inside the Union League of Philadelphia, which is one of the oldest like members only clubs, where they had like beautiful portrait statues. All the presidents have been there. I also took a little video of a banner that says Rocky the Musical. So Philadelphia is famous for Rocky and him climbing those steps.
Oh, did you go up the steps?
I have been up the steps. I did not go this time because I was just so busy, but we drove by it a couple times and I saw people like running up and down them. I was like, how nerdy are y'all? Like running up and down this crap.
You have to do that. You got to do the run up there and you have to jump up and down with your arms up.
Getting strong now. No, it's terrible. That was a terrible rendition of that, but that's what it was. So, yeah. So you just see a lot of things. You see like the passport agency, this huge building downtown Philadelphia, where everybody pretty much on one side of the United States will send their passports to get renewed and new. And I took video of like Fashion District. It wasn't exciting to stay downtown. We had problems with our hotel.
Oh, no.
I hate to put them on blast, but the Ledger, Mid-House at the Ledger, it's 6th and Chestnut. It's right across from Independence Hall. I had the worst first night ever. Apparently, somebody had rented one room for like 80 or 90 people.
Oh, wow.
And they were having like a New Orleans themed bash. And so there were a shit ton of people in there. They were yelling, screaming, playing loud music. And at one point I heard like super screaming and all kinds of craziness. And apparently my business partner for another
business. This was a business trip.
Yep. He heard a woman scream. And he thought it was me. Like, because I went out to fight all 60 of these 60 to 70 people. And I was tired and I had taken Ambien, so I didn't hear shit. But then I woke up when I heard this massive man scream. And apparently my friend thought that I was in trouble. And so he went to the hallway with his kettle pot ready to swing. And I was like, I wasn't even downstairs. I was like, oh my God, Mom, what is going on?
But this is Philadelphia. It's the city of brotherly love. Nobody fights in Philadelphia.
It was almost
Philadelphia.
It was almost like
they're the city that killed and murdered the hitch riding robot.
What?
Yeah, it had made it across like multiple states. When it got to Philadelphia, its life ended.
That's because people suck.
I don't know what happened in Philadelphia that night.
So there's like 100 people outside. They are causing property damage. They're disturbing the peace. I hear the cops coming. Then I hear people screaming and like yelling everybody to get away. And then, like start to hear people like, get away from the building. And everything was fine. Went to sleep about 4 a.m. Had to get up at like 10, which was good because we got to sleep in. But the next morning, we walk out to the front, and it's like vomit everywhere.
Ew.
And they were trying to clean it up. Yeah, so there was a party.
Yeah.
Like, you absolutely know there was a party down there, and it was horrible. And I really did not enjoy the rooms. They make them look like fancy lofts and stuff, and people actually choose to live there. All I could hear was toilets flushing all night long because they have open concept ceilings with, like, all the piping and tubing.
Oh, got to think about that when you rent a space now. If the plumbing is exposed to be all industrial cool, you're going to hear every sound that it makes.
It's not industrial chic whatsoever. And also, with the sounds, with the pipes coming down, there's no head clearance. So I'm not that tall in comparison to the rest of the world. I had to crawl on my hands and knees to get to the bed in the loft area.
Oh.
It was awful. And if you think you're going to have some hanky-panky shit going on up there, that ain't happening. It's not happening. You heard me. That hanky-panky shit.
I know that your mom went. Did she have to also sleep in the same loft space as you?
Yeah, but she slept downstairs. She was like, there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to like go upstairs. Because the stairs were like a winding staircase. So it was even harder to get. Listen. It wasn't a good experience.
Okay. So any final thoughts on Philadelphia? Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts. I had like the world's largest oyster.
You sent me a picture.
I uploaded it. Yep. So you'll be able to take a look at the world's largest oyster that I've ever eaten in my life. And on top of that, my mom, when she was at the Reading Terminal Market, managed to buy Sky, one of my dogs, a massive cattle femur.
Wow.
Like bone.
Why wouldn't you be able to get that in Texas?
Well, okay, so normally in Texas, they're quite expensive. But for some reason, she found one that was only $14.99, so she insisted on bringing it. I uploaded that video. I literally asked Sky, do you like it? And then you can hear her response.
Yum, yum, yum. You like it? Yeah.
She actually talks back to me.
How did you get that home? Obviously, you didn't drive
My
there.
mom shoved it in her suitcase and got a letter from TSA that they were very confused at what that was.
It's a dinosaur bone that you're sneaking across state lines.
Basically. They replied like, ma'am, This is intense, ma'am. But yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like, here you go.
That's cute.
But yeah, so enjoy the videos. There's also other videos of the park. I personally need to go through them because I don't think you want to watch like 3 hours of.
I do not.
Video
so please edit that down. I appreciate it.
I will work on it.
Well, tell me about this park. Why was it so special that you were there for 3 hours?
Oh, I wasn't even there. It's literally the view outside my room. So you'll just be able to take a look at it. You'll be like, hey, what is this? I keep forgetting. So yes, but I do feel like that is a very good point. Oh, by the way, I also took some aerial footage of Philadelphia as we were landing. And you complimented me on how steady the video was.
Yes.
Even though it was my hand. Yeah, but you can see the Naval Yard, which is really awesome. The Ben Franklin Bridge. It's just a nice view of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not as safe, but at least you get the aerial view. And then I also uploaded mochi donuts, which I bought. I went to this mochi donut place, and this guy, he's just dancing around like a K-pop star. Like, he's just dancing. He's doing his thing. I'm like laughing because I'm so entertained, right? One, because I can't dance like that, and he's just so into it. And he's singing a Korean pop song, and he's dancing, and finally he goes, like, calls my name to say that my half a dozen of mochi donuts are ready, and I go up there and I go, hey, I really like your moves. Like, I think you're really cute. And he goes, I like your muscles. And I was like, okay, bye. Like, thanks. And then the next day, my friends wanted to try mochi donuts and a hot dog there. We go in, he goes, hey, Tai, I see you, boo. And I was like, oh my God. Like, why did you remember me?
Because you complimented him.
He was a really cute guy. Like, it was just so much fun. Like, I would love to just be at a club watching him dance because I know, like, I would just have a blast. Anyway, so that's that. I just wanted to add that little. It's just a fun story. It's cute.
Yes. I have something to share.
Yep.
Okay.
I've talked forever. I'm sorry.
I got a gift from family members who came to visit, and they brought this, which I thought was hilarious. It's baked scallops. It's one of those Asian food things, but it's funny because they live in California and we live here in Hawaii, and my Costco sells this. I've never bought it because it's weird.
Ooh, I feel gross right now. Are you going to eat this live?
Yes. Do you like cuttlefish?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So this is kind of exactly like that. It's the same kind of texture, and it's kind of the same flavor.
That does not look like a scallop. Wait, please hold. Don't eat.
They're premium scallops.
Oh, it's got its extra like stuff. You're supposed to take that stuff off. Oh, she just ate it. She ate it, y'all.
But it's thick. It's like a big thing of cuttlefish. You know, like you grabbed a whole bunch of it. It's very chewy, and it smells quite strong. My dog, he jumped off the bed to get some. Your breath is not going to smell any better if I give you this.
Ooh, no. Did you just give that to him?
No. It's expensive, actually.
Did you like it?
I do like it. Your face.
I don't know, I believe in you, but damn.
You'll see it.
You need don't you need water with that?
I do have water. It is salty, but if your Costco carries it or if you see it, just know it's dried like a jerky. It's very soft though and tender, very chewy. But it's no question, it's from the sea. It's fishy. The smell is very strong fishy. It's from the sea,
she says.
It is, but I love scallops. Normally, I prefer them sautéed with butter and garlic with my pasta. It's my favorite, but because it was a gift, just because it's a gift doesn't mean you have to eat it.
Oh.
It's expensive though.
Oh yeah, 100%. The scallops are so expensive.
And these ones are from Japan, so they're even more expensive. It's funny because I think she bought them in California and then stuck them in her suitcase, which she would have paid more for in California than if she bought them here locally. And I hope she didn't buy this one in California. She also, my auntie bought me a can of abalone.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty common.
It's heavy. It's heavy. And I'm like hoping she didn't shove a whole bunch of those in her suitcase because she didn't, we had a family thing and she had these gift bags for all the different family members.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so she had probably about 10 of them for different people. And that was just one party.
At least
she had multiple parties to go to. She had like one family group to go to and then another one. I will talk more about this party, hopefully in the next episode, if I remember. Excuse me. But when I went to my
burp on the mic, did you just burp scallop?
I did burp scallop.
Did you just burp scallop?
It had more to say.
Ew. I wasn't ready. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I was ready to move on. You brought it back up.
No, but it came back up.
Okay. Okay, so I went to my family's house for this party because my family were visiting my aunt and uncle from California. When we were at their house, they live up near the mountains on the windward side. So it is windward side. It's wet and it's rainy and it's very humid. It takes the humidity level up a notch, like several notches up when you're that close to the mountain. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And it started pouring rain. And I, of course, go crazy when I'm anywhere near pretty landscapes. They have like 2 acres of plants and trees and things. And they had guava trees. They had an avocado tree. And I'm like, Auntie, how come I didn't know you had an avocado tree? I would be here all the time getting some avocados because they are so expensive. The ones on her tree, they were the size of softballs or larger. It was pretty amazing. So I got video all over. I was running around and then it started raining. So I didn't stop taking video of all the things. So I was soaking wet. And when I came back to the party, we were outside sitting on this outdoor patio. And my uncle looked at me and goes, "What were you doing? Why are you running around in the rain?" And I'm like, "I don't care. It feels so much better." I was nice and cool. And I was nice and cool and I was happy. I didn't care that I was dripping wet. I was having a great time.
How's the weather been there?
We just kind of finished some kind of, I don't know, storm system that was out there. It just brought some rain and a lot of humidity for a few days. But I think it might have blown away.
I know the Philippines got completely blasted by a hurricane, I believe, recently. Or typhoon, they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're supposed to. I think it's categorized typhoon in Hawaii as well. We just
because y'all are on Pacific
hurricane.
Side anyway. Well, that's because you hear it all the time. Hurricane this, hurricane that.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the weather for Tampa. Poor Amy. Shout out to Amy. I've been checking in on her because that big hurricane's going right to Tampa, Florida, where she lives.
Is she okay?
Yep. I was in the middle of talking to her before we got on this recording. I checked on her. She is going to go to her parents' house, so they'll be fine. They're more inland, which I was like, great. I'm so glad you have a place to go. Hope your house is okay, like shuttered down. They're not too far from the water, but they're not as bad. But the thing is, their house is very low to the ground. I was just worried about like how bad the weather was going to be. But just a side note, yes, I am going to Florida on Saturday. This Saturday.
Oh, on Saturday?
Yeah.
So you're going to be there while Amy's gone?
No, Amy's going to be back. She's going to meet me, and we can do a recording with Amy. Maybe a quick one.
Would be lovely. Oh my gosh, I would love to have Amy. Please take your microphone so we can actually hear her clearly.
I have my microphone. I just have to figure out how we're going to be able to record her.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll meet her somewhere and we can just sit and then talk about Disney, and then my GoPro can just record people walking by. Yeah.
So you're going to go play at Disney World next weekend?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I would love to go to Disney World. It's been a really long time since I was there.
I am waiting for you to go. I am waiting for you to meet me there so we can go.
All right. It is a day of flying for me to get out to the East Coast.
I know. Well, this is what you do. You stop in Houston, or you stop in Vegas, then you stop in Houston, and then you go on to Orlando.
I'll think about it.
It's worth it. Thanks for joining us for another episode of My Tais at Sunset. Be sure to check us out at mytaisatsunset.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and anywhere else you enjoy your favorite podcasts.
And until we meet again, ahui ho.